Hey, what's up, guys? All right. I hope you're gonna have a really good weekend. Happy Friday. All right, my phone is giving me 8 minutes because apparently I have low storage somewhere. So let's try to get that in. Have you ever found yourself walking on eggshells around the Narc? Right? I have, and let me just tell you my quick story real quick. So when I was married to the narc, of course we were in inefficiency, which originally was just mine and my son's before the baby came along and all that stuff. And so everybody was basically in like one giant room, and of course he didn't work. He always found some poor excuse not to have anything to do but sleep, eat, play video games, and smoke weed. Ugh. Anyway, so this is my morning routine real quick. My morning routine, just to make everybody's, hopefully like happy. I would wake up, I would say hello to the kids, I would light a really nice incense, I would put on some music, which was usually chill step, because it has like some words, but not really. It was like coffee house music. I would make coffee and I would make breakfast, right? Very chill vibe, so everybody could start off the day like dope, right? He would be like tossing and turning on the futon, like, mind you, everyone's up but him. So because he wasn't up, he wanted everyone else to just shut up while he slept, which was till like noon and sometimes even 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Anyway, right? Who the fuck's gonna be quiet in a house with two kids, myself, things to do, you know what I'm saying? Because you are a bum, you know what I'm saying? So I found myself getting to this place where, because every time he woke up, just even like the sound of him waking up or just to see his eyes cracked open used to really send me into overdrive as far as anxiety, because I knew for a fact that once he actually was awake in any way, shape, or form, everyone in the house was about to have a really fucked up day. They were about to have a really fucked up morning, and they were going to have a really shitty day. Just because he was awake. The only time, like a baby, the only time that things are peaceful is when he was asleep. Okay? So, when he would wake up, I'd be like, damn, man, and I'd run into the bathroom or whatever and just prepare myself, embrace myself for what was to come, which it came every morning, which was him doing the same shit, making sure he kirked out on everybody, woke up, walked past everyone, didn't say good morning, even if you said good morning to him, children included. Okay, he'd go to the bathroom like he just had the roughest time ever, even though he slept longer than anyone ever in the house. And then he'd go take a shower, and when he'd come back out, he'd immediately put his shoes on and go out for 2 hours cheating outside of our marriage. Yeah, and I caught myself one day because I woke up and I was so tired and exhausted from trying every avenue to avoid the same thing every morning where I knew it was about to be shitty, because he would wake up every morning with that same disgusting attitude. Like he woke up, like rolled out of bed with a gross ass attitude, just waiting to make sure that you kicked your day off like that too. If you were smiling and happy, hey babe, I'm making breakfast, he just like and walk past you and go into the bathroom, use your supplies to wash his dirty balls, and then leave. And then come back refreshed from busting a nut outside the home. Right. The morning that I woke up and I looked over at my kids and I looked over at my son, who's the oldest, and I went like this, like, and I pointed to him and I kind of mouthed like, just be quiet, let's talk. And we would try to whisper to each other. And he would even wake up and be like, why are you whispering? Now you're whispering? Oh my God, now that's a problem. Even though he wanted you to be quiet. So there was no winning. Just mark that. There was no winning, regardless. You couldn't whisper, but if you didn't whisper and you just talked, that was a problem. And if you stopped just talking and you walked around and he wasn't awake, that was a problem. Even though he did nothing to contribute to the bed he was even laying on. Okay? The moment I found myself doing that, I was like, you know what? This is fucked up. I'm actually a very confrontational person. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that person that's like not gonna say something when I don't feel right about it, no matter what it is. And I found myself changing to the point where I was morphing me and my kids to pacify this bum ass bitch that was in our home. And that is a big no no. I will never do that shit again. Promise you that. I will never do that shit again. But when you find yourself, because you should never be, because that's fear based. Tiptoeing around someone is still fear based. You can be like, not me, bitch. Like, I'm a badass. That's fine. I'm a badass. But it's still fear based when you think before you go about your daily like routine, which isn't hurting anybody else, and the only reason you're thinking about it is because you don't want to piss somebody off that isn't of value to your life anyway. Right? That's fear based. And I couldn't live fear based anymore. He had to fucking go. If you ever find yourself doing that, if you're still in it, get out. And if you're out of it, if you ever find yourself kind of get into that loop where you're like, hold up, I didn't say something about that because it might piss them off. I didn't make sounds like a normal person, like closing and opening a microwave or making breakfast or talking to my kids or doing that because I don't want to piss them off. I'm in the bathroom on the phone with my own mother because it might piss them off. It's time for them to go. And do not look back. Hell no. Okay? So I just wanted to touch base on the subject matter of walking on eggshells. That is not in my nature, and it shouldn't be in anyone else's nature. Never be with anyone. You should never feel uncomfortable around your spouse or your significant other that's supposed to love you. Your home is supposed to be a tranquil space to get away from all that shit. And if they're bringing that shit in your home, if it feels better, I used to go outside a lot instead of being in the house. If it feels better to be outside, and I live in a city where motherfuckers get shot out front of my building literally all the time. Someone just got shot last week in front of my building. We won't talk about that. Either way, if I felt safer out there with a possible stray bullet than to be in the house with that motherfucker, it's time to change some shit up. Okay? Anyway, I hope you guys have a lovely weekend. Sorry for the short video. Love you. All right, bye.